As I said earlier, we've gathered here today to kick off our campaign for the general election. We all know that the voters of Illinois, the voters of the nation, are very volatile. We all know about the mood swings that have occurred over the last several months. We all know that we're looking at a very competitive election. Very competitive for the United States Senate, for governor, constitutional officers, members of the legislature. We all know that there's a huge scandal hanging over our heads called the former governor. We all know that. And so it's right and proper for us to ask, how shall we go forward? Because the opposition will not let us forget the former governor. They're not going to sweep that under the rug. They're not going to let the media sweep it under the rug. And so my view, my recommendation, let's deal with it head on. Let's recognize that it happened. Let's recognize that the initiation of the impeachment proceedings in the House of Representatives were done by a Democratic Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mike Madigan. Let's recognize that the trial in the Senate was presided over and directed by a Democratic president of the Senate, John Cullerton. The Democrats in the legislature recognized the problem that we had, and we moved forward. We initiated the proceedings, and we took them to a conclusion where the former governor was removed from office. From that point forward, we've worked successfully and cooperatively with Governor Quinn, recognizing a huge budget problem caused in large part by the condition of the national economy, caused in part by prior spending decisions. And under the direction of the governor, we've worked our way through a condition which exists in all but about 4 or 5 states in the nation. Because in the United States of America, about 45 states are running budget deficits. There's about 5 or less that are able to show a surplus. So the budget condition of Illinois is not unique or peculiar to Illinois. It's all across the country. We've done our best to provide that we will continue to provide needed and vital services to the people of the state of Illinois. Through this huge problem, we've held level the funding for education, elementary and secondary, higher education. We've struggled with support for social services, but we've done our best. Again, given due credit to Governor Quinn. Moving beyond the budget, we've written a record in the legislature, working with the governor, where we're prepared to go to the people. And we're prepared to tell the people there's going to be a lot of rhetoric, there's going to be a lot of noise from the Republicans, but don't forget, it was the Democrats in the legislature, mainly in the House, that fought for $1 billion in relief in utility rates in the state of Illinois. Those of you that live in the Ameren service territory clearly remember the spikes in utility rates. The relief was gotten because of the Democrats in the legislature. Predatory lending. Illinois at one time had a very successful program to dampen predatory lending. It was in place. I initiated the program. It was suspended by the former governor, somewhat replaced. But again, predatory lending, the cause in large part of the national financial meltdown, was fought successfully here in the state of Illinois at the state level by Democrats in the legislature. Democrats in the legislature reformed the pension system at the Chicago Transit Authority. First step that led to reform of the state pension systems. In this last session of the General Assembly, again working with the office of Governor Quinn, Democrats significantly reformed regulation of nursing homes. Democrats, under the leadership of President Cullerton, passed a capital construction bill. And because of the leadership of Governor Quinn, Illinois now has the largest road construction program and maintenance program in the history of the state. And again, thanks to Governor Quinn, we've enacted tax credits for businesses in Illinois to provide reasons for those businesses to reinvest and to hire Illinoisans who will pay income taxes and sales taxes in the state of Illinois, again, under the leadership of Governor Quinn.